How billionaires hide their money in plain sight. A $450 million painting sold at an auction in 2017. The buyer's name? Never revealed. A mega yacht worth $600 million cruising the Mediterranean. The owner? Hidden behind 7 different shell companies. A penthouse in Manhattan worth $240 million. Purchased by a trust with no traceable owner. This isn't a conspiracy theory. This is how the ultra-wealthy operate. And what they're doing with their money will shock you. Here are 3 ways the rich keep getting richer. Number 1. The art market scheme. The art world isn't about beauty anymore. It's about hiding wealth. When a billionaire drops $50 million on a painting, they're not buying art. They're buying a portable bank vault that never gets questioned. Think about it. If you tried to move $50 million in cash across country lines, you'd have federal agents knocking on your door within hours. But wrap that same amount in canvas and call it art? You just became a respected collector. The system works like this. Buy the painting through a shell company so your name never appears. Store it in a tax-free zone called a free port. These are basically luxury warehouses in places like Switzerland and Singapore, where art sits in climate-controlled rooms and never gets taxed. Some paintings have been sitting in these facilities for decades. Never seen, never touched, just existing as numbers on a balance sheet. And when it's time to sell, the transaction happens in complete privacy. No public record, no paper trail. Just 2 anonymous parties exchanging millions through intermediaries. The art market moved over $65 billion last year, and nobody knows who's buying or selling half of it. Number 2. The real estate shell game. Real estate is even bigger than art, and the tricks billionaires use here are almost impossible to trace. When a luxury penthouse sells for $200 million in New York or London, the buyer's name almost never appears on public records. Instead, it's purchased by an LLC. And that LLC is owned by another company, which is owned by a trust, which is registered in Delaware or the Cayman Islands. You'd need to dig through 5 different layers just to find out who actually owns the property. This isn't illegal. It's standard practice. In Manhattan alone, nearly half of all luxury real estate is owned by shell companies. The owners could be tech billionaires, foreign oligarchs, or celebrities. Nobody knows because nobody's required to tell you. But here's where it gets clever. These properties often sit empty. No one lives there. They're not investment properties generating rent. They're just assets appreciating in value while parked in a prime location. It's like having a savings account, except instead of money sitting in a bank, it's a $50 million apartment sitting empty in Miami. And when property values drop, they can claim losses and reduce their tax burden. When values go up, they can borrow against the property without ever selling it. It's a system designed to keep wealth hidden and growing without anyone asking questions. Number 3. The superyacht loophole. Superyachts aren't just symbols of wealth. They're floating tax havens with engines. A billionaire spends $300 million building a yacht. Sounds like a luxury expense, right?
Wrong.
They register it as a business in a country with 0 yacht taxes. Places like the Cayman Islands or Malta. Then they charter it out for a few weeks per year. Suddenly, that $300 million toy becomes a business asset with tax deductions. The maintenance costs? Tax deductible. The crew salaries? Tax deductible. The fuel for sailing around the Mediterranean? Tax deductible. They're writing off millions in expenses while barely renting the yacht out enough to qualify as a business. But the real trick happens with something called flagging. The yacht flies under a foreign flag, which means it follows that country's laws, not the laws of where the owner actually lives. It becomes a mobile piece of foreign territory. Some billionaires even hold business meetings on their yachts specifically because those meetings technically happen in international waters where different rules apply. And ownership? Just like real estate, the yacht is owned by a web of shell companies. The name on the registration isn't the billionaire. It's some anonymous corporation registered in a place where privacy laws make it impossible to trace ownership. There are billion-dollar yachts cruising the oceans right now, and no one can definitively say who owns them. Right now, while you're watching this, billions of dollars are being moved into structures you can't see, transferred to places you've never heard of, hidden behind names that don't exist. And every single method we just covered is completely legal. The difference between you and a billionaire isn't just money. It's access to a system most people don't even know exists. The people who created these loopholes are the same people writing the laws. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.